End zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Spread left. Spread left. 380. Sunday. 380.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. Lucy.
And Bortles going to sneak it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Let's go. Punch right.
Now this time Bortles will throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And before this second down play, we'll get a
Somebody call for the queen.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with it. Bag, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the folium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got this picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Do my tag on. I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the folium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for what?
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go. 11B, 11B.
Bortles now on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucy. 39, Lucy.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Now he's flushed out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
An early early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You got 3, fellas. 372. 11.
Bortles now on 1st down. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to air it out into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Let's go.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them in their game.
Bortles. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
So right, so right.
Throwing is Bortles, and he fires one, but incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Cousins to throw it. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field, covered or not? You have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second.
Let's go. Lucky 50. Black.
Second down, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Rhino!
Again, it's Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st down, Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Lucy. 372.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Lynn 50, here we go.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. A Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Let's go.
They pitch it out to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Carlson now to kick this one away. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lucy. 372.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
372. Lucy.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up the first down with a nice throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, here's Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Following the interception, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And some space here. Dodges him at the 50. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there out of Cook. 41 yards on the ground. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run again on first down. Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Ringo, 48. Wide.
Play fake. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they...
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, 75 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Left side caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Let's go. Rhino!
A toss to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And
how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Bortles now on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Cook on the toss left. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he stopped immediately there. To Sean Gibson there on the tackle. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the top yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, Clifford, Clifford. Hey, Oscar.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Miles Jack leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Rhino. Where's your hot?
On 3rd down, Cousins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Go ahead.
They run it again with Cook. Ooh, what a move. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Dante Fowler coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go. Nice 39, Lucy.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucy. Green 80. Hank. Green is there.
Back to throw, Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go. 76. Punch right.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This one from 35 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.